will suffer. The Liberians will suffer.
And the facts surrounding those issues. There is only one forum that provides the answer. It's Face the Issue on Kings FM. John Anthony April Godson Williams, commonly known as Teacher Live, from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the most analytical and most stimulating conversation training for the day.
That's the funny thing about Unity Park. In a football game, if we were playing a tournament, they beat us today and we drop out of the tournament. Our focus now is not the tournament again. Unity Party get their opponent, the Liberian people, they lead the Liberian people, then they come back to their team, then they defeated. Everyone said that they put a crack away. You know, but they say so.
On Face the Issue, we speak out the fact in advocating for the right of Liberia. Face the Issue brings you logic, explain logic, and advance you to discuss with logic. It's Face the Issue. Comes on your airway from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Kings FM 88.5. Don't miss it.
You bow, Papa. You bow. You collected $22 million again without PPCC involvement.
Honored at this recent investiture.
Oh, yeah.
DJ Nicky.
I wish to be something else, so we not vote for Latin and we here, oh. People dying in jail. Horses money is single. Parents crying for YFs. I thought they say we were in jail. 100 years back and forth. Jarrah's life didn't go up. Yahweh swole betray the labor. They can't call over to finish give out. Listen, we get gold, we get diamond, we get iron, oh. We get all, we get timber, we get rubber, oh. They sell the money in the bank and we are leave it, oh. After the 100 days, last quarter be the quarter, oh. But what on the tree, will go. Waka, oh. We die, oh. Waka, oh. What on the tree, will go. Waka, oh. We die, oh. Waka, oh. What on the tree, will go. Waka, oh. We die, oh.
Now the first time in the country you will see I'm to wrong. We're not talking plenty ego, we're not fighting them, we're going. And when we talking say the tip back to win to all wrong, you can just be looking at all that to say sleeping monk, the men are pong. Expressing my feelings on this song, the 22-minute roll. You tell me how far you go. Then I only want talking say we are coming a row. They been bossed from Ghana, the people simply for A, yellow machine from China, they come and say let no for A.
Yama, when I'm feeling for yeah, just let what God been for him.
What to get it, made them to answer. What to get it, made them to answer.
What on the tree, will go. Waka, oh, we die, oh, Waka, oh, what on the tree, will go. Waka, oh, we die, oh.
Oh, I play the freedom of speech. Tell me why they sack people for MCC. Where the freedom of speech. When you thought you get the comment like Zaki.
We stay trying to understand the government agenda. The rescue mission, pile fake impression. They get a job and lead the people with high expectation. Like who's that part is in the asking when the train will go. But how the train will go when the driver is old? We been sitting in the train, but the driver can wake up. Now all the funny thing they make all about give up. But who think on the budget? Like they see me and I think on CPP document. The house are sending like they don't young people property. But Uncle Prison, they be praying for Baga to rap it. The country fire on us so we can understand it. See how the people crying.
I have received today news of the evictions and destructions of our party headquarters. Unfortunate and regrettable as this is. I wish to encourage all Liberians, especially our supporters and sympathizers, to stay calm, remain law-abiding, and respect due process in the interest of our democracy, the rule of law, and the peaceful coexistence among all Liberians, irrespective of party, social, ethnic, or tribal affiliations. Fellow Liberians, fellow partisans of the Coalition for Democratic Change, today we witness yet another testament of the Unity Party government gross disregard for the rule of law. Emboldened by impunity, they continue to abuse power, testing our nation's fragile peace and democracy. Their list of violations grows daily, from police brutality against ordinary citizens to outright disregard of court orders. We must, however, take the high road. In the interest of peaceful coexistence, I urge everyone to remain calm, law-abiding, and respectful of due process, despite this partisan political mischiefs from the Unity Party government. In the legal battle over the ownership of the CDC headquarters, our party has always followed the rule of law and openly stated its willingness to abide by the court final ruling, regardless of the outcome. Yet, before the battle was fully exhausted, the trigger-happy partisans leadership of the police force, with direct instruction from Bouaka himself, spurred into actions. This was not a lawful eviction. It was a failed mission to destroy and erase the CDC in an attempt to fulfill their very wish Bouaka has repeatedly expressed to his lieutenants. While executing this criminal act, they made the cheers of their partisans. They failed to notice the loud silence of the vast majority of ordinary Liberians. Our people are in disbelief at this administration. Reckless behavior in its quest to consolidate power. Posterity will punish them harshly, while the loss of our office building is a setback. I want to emphasize that it is only temporary. We shall overcome this sooner rather than later. Thanks to your unwavering commitment, determination, and resilience, fellow citizens, coalitions, well-wishers, and sympathizers. Fellow partisans, do not be despaired. While we admit these are difficult times, our party has faced worse situations, even from the very same actors we see today, and we have emerged stronger. We shall prevail. The UP leadership under Bouaka are destroyed, but we are builders. A special national headquarters delivery committee is being established to immediately begin the construction work so that we can have a modern state-of-the-art new home in record time. We shall execute this while we embark on a national tour to inform our people. In my journey to heights I have achieved, I have seen such hiccups before. We shall never waver. Together we will build. We are survivors by history. We are blessed with a spirit that overcomes even the most tragedies and misfortune. Remember the unity, strength, and identity of our party and coalition are not found in bricks and mortar. They live in the minds, hearts, and fighting spirit of our teaming supporters. Therefore, I call on every member of the party, our sympathizers, to mobilize and focus our energies on constructing our next premises. I must be clear, resist the temptation to take the law into your own hands. However disappointed we are by this outcome, I call on each of you to continue respecting the law and due process. Fellow partisans, well-wishers, and sympathizers, I am optimistic about the political future of our party. Together we will build a better homeland for our party. So help me God. God bless Liberia.
We have seen a systematic erosion of democracy. Executive overreach and open disregard for our constitution. Lawlessness in the legislature, with the presidency turning a blind eye even when the sacred hall of our democracy go up in flames. Security forces brutalizing peaceful citizens, while millions are being spent on so-called operations that offer no protection to ordinary Liberians. They said we were the problem, but now the Liberian people can see for themselves. The real problem is the unity party that is now in power. The time has come to speak the truth without fear. This government is failing and Liberia is paying the price. For seditions, let us not lose hope. Even the longest night must give way to daylight. Even the strongest storm must pass. We are still standing and we are still strong. We will not give up on Liberia. We will not give up on our people. And we will never give up on CDC. We are the party of the slums and the city. We are the voice of the voiceless. We are the protectors of the poor and the defender of their dreams. From New Fruta to Pinsville, from Buchanan to Bond Mines, from Samikole to Southtown, the CDC remains in the hearts of the people. This rally is a clear sign. We are reorganizing, we are preparing, we are coming back. I say to you, we are coming back. But in order to do that, we must build a strong, together we must fortify the one institution that can correct the failure of the Bouaka administration. And that institution is the Mighty Coalition for Democratic Change.
Members of the legislature, nearly 3 years ago, I assured the nation that road will be our focus. Not as a slogan, but rather the commitment to connecting communities with opportunity. In furtherance of our commitment, we focus on restoring key corridors and expanding secondary roads. We increased Liberia's paved road from under 12% to 20% and maintained more than 780 kilometers of major roads, ensuring year-round access. Connectivity improved between Buraville and Baku, Salaye and Medekoma, Tapita and Zedru, as well as Buchanan and Greenville, reducing costs and easing hardship for citizens. Key roads like Ganta, Sakripe now 56%, Sakripe Tapita up to 92%, have advanced, while Kilpole Fishtown route is now fully paved. Additional projects, including the Buchanan Greenville Highway, are in the pipeline, thanks to partner support from African Development Bank, World Bank, and others. Efforts will be made more accessible to the rest of the country by road. The Army Corps of Engineers will play a role in delivering this initiative. In our ongoing commitment to maintain road access for our citizens, I am pleased to announce that the widely discussed 285 yellow machines procured by government last year are currently in shift. These assets will be situated at the county hubs and used to support road maintenance efforts and form crucial part of our disaster response preparedness efforts across the country. Mr. Speaker, honorable members of the legislature, fellow Liberians, we continue to make progress in connecting county capitals to major assets. Although the RIA Road Corridor project faced delays due to ongoing orders and changes in scope, We are still able to increase the length of the pavement from 20 to 25 with the audit and rescoping nearing completion. Full work on this corridor is expected to resume in 2026. The economy grew by 5.1% in 2020. This exceeds both the 4.6% forecast and the 4.0% growth recorded in 2024. This achievement was driven by significant gains in mining, agriculture, fisheries, and services. Mining expanded by 17% and rose by 31%. Looking ahead, ongoing reforms and infrastructure investment are expected to boost growth to over 5% in 2026, with average growth projected at about 6% from 2026 to 2028. Inflation fell to 4% by December 2025, the lowest in 2 decades, down from 10% when we took over in 2024. These achievements signal effective monetary and fiscal policies coupled with anticipated ease in import costs. Liberia external sector performed well in 2025. Gross international reserve increased from $475 million to $576 million, surpassing the previous year by $101 million. Also, net international reserve exceeded IMF target, potentially reaching $280 million by December 2025, and export grew over 31% to about $2.1 billion. Our medium-term strategic growth initiative or growth budget program is expected to further strengthen reserve and enhance economic administration. Our job creation strategy have focused on addressing binding and structural constraints growth, including investment in roads. And in this connection, we have created more than 70,000 short and medium-term jobs across infrastructure, agriculture, social protection, and small businesses, among other sectors. Going forward, the Youth Entrepreneurship and Investment Bank project launched in 2025 will support 30,000 youth-led businesses, creating over 120,000 direct and indirect jobs for the youth. The National Employment Acceleration Strategy focused on agriculture, public works, skill training, and support to small enterprises has been finalized. This will facilitate more Liberians to earn decent life with dignity. Honorable members of the legislature, on January 15, 2025, the Liberian government launched the Arrest Agenda for Inclusive Development 2025-2029, the 15-county development agenda in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. These initiatives reaffirm the country's commitment to Vision 2030, focusing on delivering measurable results. Decisive.
My constitutional right. This is my job, and I'm here now. But the president just lied about the feeding program. The president just lied about the job. I mean, those are all lies. You cannot lie to the president. You are where in Mosorado. How did legislative event to your place? As I speak to you today, the youth generator to carry the president program on today. As I speak to you now, that generator is beating. How can the president say you electrify the country?
This is why I call on all of you today, not just to believe, but to act, not just to hope, but to build. Let us invest in the movement that has invested in you. Let us pay our due so that the party remains financially and politically prepared. Your dues are more than money. They are a seed of commitment, a pledge of loyalty, and a symbol of hope. I am so proud to launch this due payment campaign today because it means that you, the grassroots, you, the real owner of this party, are ready to step forward, take charge, and prepare for the future. As your political leader, I promise you this: we will not rest, we will not retreat, we will organize mobilize, and energize until we reclaim the leadership of Liberia. But let us do it the CDC way, peacefully, lawfully, strategically, and respectfully. Because when our time comes and aid will come, believe me, we must be ready not just to win, but to govern better. We must correct the wrongs, improve the system, and restore the dignity of the Liberian people. So let us unite, let us rise, let us believe, and let us build. And to all our young people, I say, stay focused, stay clean, stay strong. To our women, you are the backbone of this movement. Keep rising. To our elders, your wisdom is still needed. Stay with us. And to our opponents, we see the failure and we are coming to face it. Again, as the great Nelson Mandela said in a quote, it always seems impossible until it is done. Unquote. The party is alive, strong and mighty. The revolution shall continue. A belief we will uphold to death. The future is not beyond us. The future is straight ahead. And together we will get there. And so I want to close with this advice. Wait well. Liberia and Liberians will call on you again. And therefore, be prepared to win again and lead again. Remember, we are the common people. So let us all unite for the betterment of our country and our people.
The Bouaka, we used to go to him, even fee Bouaka because of his title. Make it comfortable because of the title. But you see what he's doing? You get a lot of gangsters around here thinking that Liberia in front of gangsters. It's a lie.
You should be concerned as well. Why it is true that you're in opposition, you should be concerned. You also have a responsibility to maintain the peace of the country. Though the ready are shifted on the government to maintain the peace.
AB have always kept the peace of the Republic of Liberia. During any time, I've kept the peace. But don't keep the peace. They must have kept the peace. I kept the peace. I've never broken anything in this country. I work for peace in our country, and I'm on record. Even the United Nations know that I work for peace. So I'm not trying to break the peace. What I'm telling you that those people that say they came to rescue us, they are breaking the laws of the Republic, and it is wrong. If you can't see it, it is wrong. It is wrong. Because in the government that I serve, any position was respected. Today, you can say that you're taking the person off because he associated with somebody. No, but you see, we are different. The respect I have for Ellen Johnson, please, I've kept that respect. And the respect I've kept for all, to respect the laws of the Republic. I even work with Ellen Johnson as a peace ambassador. I don't have a issue of keeping the peace of the country. Of course, we are peaceful. But we will not allow people to break our laws and then intimidate people and we just sit. That would never happen. You know, we're in opposition. Ellen Johnson, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, let me give her the respect because that's somebody that I respect so much. She did some things that we disagreed and we went to her and spoke to her. By the rule of law, you know, we have the right to protest, and we protest. We went to Ellen, and she understood that. She came on the table and we talked.
Okay, folks, here we are again tonight. Grateful to the Almighty God as always. And indeed, we are right here together, beaming with life and that of good health. And no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. It's just a matter of time. And we will overall prevail. No matter what it is, no matter what happens. Tomorrow has its own way of defining itself. All you can do, all you can and should, and will be able to do at that point in time is to cope with tomorrow's definition, no matter what it is. You have to stand strong. You got to be prepared to live it, because life has its own way. That's what, as mankind, we have to adjust ourselves accordingly, because you never know, you may have all of the preparations and anticipations that you may look forward to seeing in the future, but things could turn totally different. All you will be left with to do as a mankind is to cope, to live with it, to move on. That's life. You hear people say that's life. It's full of uncertainty. You have to learn to adapt, which is very, 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 very important. Adaptation and adaptation are very key towards mankind's survival. If you want to feel part of life, you have to know all of those. So let me say hands up to all of you wherever you are. My name is Cyprian Godson. We are right here tonight with you tonight. And we are here again to do what we can for our country. And no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. And I always told you people that God is God, and anyone who lives in God, God lives in you. And I always told you. So we are. Welcome to the program, Face the Issues. We're here together. Last night was quite a fascinating one. Let me say thanks to Garrison Dodo-Yeliu, Dale Francis Ray. I had left before Benedict Kodwa came in. And thanks to Moses Akara's grave for the idea. And I will be able to work on with that so that you people have basic understanding of what it is. I think it's good. It's good that we do that. And God will always be on our side. God will always be on our side. We don't need to fight. No, we can do the talking, but to come up to start fighting, no, we don't need to do that. And that we will not do. We are grateful to the Almighty God for everything He does for us. And so I'm always grateful to God. That's why you hear me every time I will have to be grateful there. So let me say answer to all of you. We are here together to do what we can for our country. No matter what the circumstances are, we are getting there. Our getting there is of high level of certainty. There is nothing that can stop us from getting there. We are in an age and time where things have gone practically wrong. And we just thank God for everything. But it is very important to stress some of the issues before we get on to where we are. You are in your own areas, and God has been protecting you. God has been providing you guardians. And people will come and say whatever they want to say. And I always told people, if you think, and I'm still repeating it, if you think that you will enter into people's belief system, if you think you will enter into people's belief system and dismantle that belief as the only way of getting the comfort that you deserve, to think that you are on the right path, you will never be satisfied. There are times you just let things to go on. The thing will speak for itself. You can't speak for it. The thing will speak for itself. You cannot speak for it. It will speak for itself. And I always believe that. So don't hurt your hair for nothing. Muslims believe that Muhammad is it. That's it. That's their belief system. You can't insult them for that if you want to win them over. Christians believe that Jesus Christ is the guy. You can't insult them if you want to win them over. No. People believe system. It's not something that you, that's people's, in fact, belief system is more or less subjective. It is not objective. That's the person's suggestion. That is their personal suggestion. That is their own opinion about how they feel about certain attachment, certain belief system that they have. The issue about beliefs are subjective.
They are not objective. No, they are subjective. Because you and myself clashing over something here, we will not come to one understanding whether Christians are the better or the Jehovah's Witness is better or whatever it is. We'll never reach there. No. So if you're looking for objectivity in clash of belief system, you're just missing out on it. But just subjectivity, competition. People will just be, over the subjective of their own thought and their belief on what it is. So let us all just relax ourselves and move on. I'm saying this to mean that there are people in Unity Party that no matter what you do, Unity Party is performing the best way ever. That's their opinion. You can't change it. That's what they see. So that's it. And you can't force it. You can't. That's what I hate people insulting people. Why you do on that side? Why you do on this side? That the person believe. Where they stand determines what they see. So let us leave it like that and move on as a people and think about the bigger picture about our country. And that's what I always told people. And over the weekend, it was on Sunday, I went to drop one of my sisters and, of course, a friend and her daughter out of church. And this tells you the level at which the country is. People who can be talking about, respect others, respect. The others, the level of people who are in the country calling themselves others that you're supposed to be respecting, they've got no respect for anybody. And in fact, they have no respect exactly for the people, oh God, that they are leading. I will not name the priest, but I will just tell you the church location. There's this priest who was assigned in Bapolu County for the Catholic Church, and whom they had to transfer to Unification Town Parish. I don't know how they call that place. So I had gone to drop this went to go wash my car and then pick them up because we went to check on certain land issue. And then immediately with zoom up, accordingly, it was I said, who just dropped you? And then the person apparently called my name. And the priest is standing right in front of his church door and said, that idiot, the priest, that idiot, yeah, he's an idiot. I'm a crewman, I'm saying it. The priest, I don't know, they just transfer into Unification Town. He said that. These are the people that say they want respond. That's the question I told the person. I said, if that priest is insulting or describing me as an idiot in front of you who know me and reverend me so much, and how that priest expects you to feel for calling me that way, especially when he, the priest, is only calling me idiot, not because I have ever addressed him as a priest before and called him idiot. I have never called him a fool before. There is no time I have described him in an ill manner. All he has decided to do is to take politics and carry it to the church and starts to insult. So if a priest can behave like that, I mean Catholic priest now, if a priest can behave like that, it's terrible. This is how far Joseph Boakai has brought our country. Right? Yeah. And this, people may not understand some things. This country, Joseph Boakai came to power to expose some people who've been calling leaders in this country, who've been calling them priests, who've been calling them pastors, who've been calling them bishop. Joseph Boakai's leadership came. Look, God is using this movement to really teach all of us. Because when I saw that priest, every time you see priests and people, there are people you just respect. Hardly you just respect them. You just think that they are just the best. And you don't want to, you even be scared to pour your more on them. Then they say, oh, I'm a priest, you just look at them and say, oh yeah, that man, that priest there, a whole priest, you better be. In fact, people will even warn you that you gotta be careful how you should, And I think that they say at the All Saints Catholic Church, they say how you should be careful how you talk to the priest. People like that, man. In fact, people will be warning you. You want to do your thing and carry us. I mean, that priest. There's a priest that that kind of thing coming from. I want to say All Saints. What do you call it? The man who is All Saints Catholic Church priest, he is not even behaving like a saint. He is very much demonic, and he's insulting somebody in front of a member. Those things happen, right? So, we say these things because you don't know who you're talking to. And that's why you have to be careful. Eddie may say what he says, But you are held in high esteem and held by certain standard. You can let agree that AB even say SYZ. You can stoop this low. That one makes you the head. That's what makes you somebody who must have been trained enough to understand mankind and know how to respond to mankind situations. And they are where you're supposed to approach it, that you're supposed to be above reproach. The Bible stresses on that. They say a leader of the church, one who wants to lead a church, you should be beyond reproach. You should not be reproachable, right? So you must conduct yourself in a way that nobody can just want to put more easily. The burden is upon them. They didn't just say, look, we should just be respecting them. No, they said there should be people that you earn the respect, and they should not bring themselves down to a place where they will be disrespected. That's why I said they should be beyond reproach. So if a priest stands before his church on a Sunday, when he's supposed to be going to issue Holy Communion, and then is calling another God's creation, let's agree I'm a sinner and I'm behaving like this. Or priest, or let's agree I'm a zogo. Eh? And then the priest say, that stupid one there. How will a priest be like that? I can't tell the priest that the unification turn, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, for me, I've come from a background where God has used me. That's what God sent me for. To know the characters of people who are calling themselves leaders in the church. And I know all of that. And God will expose them. Some of you may have experienced these things, but you don't have the ability to talk it out. So that's why God giving people like us power to speak to it. To speak to it. And I'm just grateful to the Almighty God that when God gives me anything, I don't hold back. As God reveals a fire, not just who I am. So we are grateful to the Almighty God. I just want to tell you the level I wish some people would be calling leader in this country. I challenge you. Some of the people who call themselves men of God, you and then join inside. You, the low man, way down there. You're joining causing business. That man of God will join you and cause you good. I know that because if a priest can do that, who will come down low to say that idiot? So he borrowing words from Eugene Fagone. Who you imagine? Or priest is borrowing words from Eugene Fagone. Then you go there. You know, and I don't know, but I believe that there are some Catholic priests that I know, and we are very much grateful to them for upholding the Catholic norms, and they will stay above the fray, even if they have their personal belief or something, we know, I don't know, but again, they will always hold it at that because what our priest did is opening the door to provoke, is opening the door to reproach. He's opening the door to reproach, but again, we are grateful to the Almighty God that we are strong, and we're treating as a priest, even if he doesn't want to be like a priest, he doesn't want to behave like a priest, we're treating like a priest. So that we know where to put him. That's why I'm saying this, so that next time he will not try because he doesn't know whom he's talking to. He doesn't know people watching him. They don't even know their jobs and things that they occupy. But anyway, I don't know. I will not call the name of the priest, you know. And I think with God, all things are possible, and we are grateful to the Almighty God. How are you doing? So yesterday was Suna. There's just a scene happening on the side, right? On the side of Sona. Oh, yeah, they didn't see it. They said Joseph Boakai and Bodiga were fighting over cap. Give him a cap. And he forgets to know that they can already have a mark just for sound quality improvement purpose. They always have a mark especially designed for him, and they put it right on here. So it's too close to him with the exception of that mark that you see in front of Joseph Boakai always. So with the exception of that mark, there is a mark that is sticking right close to his mouth, where when he talks even lower, you will stay hearing out. That mark is always there. That same mark was able to expose him the last time when he got down, you were going on to Sorin area where he said, you like bring people, you're just like begging business. So every little thing he's saying in low tone, it will come out. Joseph Boakai, who has spent 42 years in government, 42 years. It was not about the issue about him That the kind of thing that when I thought that the priest then can be vessel, that's some of the things that I know the priest will say I idiot again. That's one of the things that when I thought that the priest then can get vessel. They say for the 7 years now, yeah. And Joseph Boakai, who has spent all those years, he has learned nothing. Absolutely. That is why he demonstrated. He has no experience. You see, experience is not determined by longevity. It is determined by productivity. You can spend 5 years at King's FM here and you got no experience that you are able to show. No practical lessons. You don't have them. It's not a length of time. It's about how well you stay. So that is what it is. So you cannot show it. Though I know the burden is upon each and every one of us. When people say, oh, what is your work experience here? They believe that you are working places and you may have known those works. That's what because it is the knowledge of those places you have been in is what makes it very simple for them to ask you for your work experience. Your work experience. What is the knowledge you have in job related areas? What is the knowledge? Work experience knowledge. So if you went and worked in places where you have no knowledge, meaning you got no experience from those places, despite the years you spent in those places. So knowledge, you have an experience. I have the knowledge. I have the experience. I've been there. So Joe Boakai mounts the podium. There is Joe Boakai who has presided over the Liberian Senate as president for 12 years. 12 years. He presided over the Liberian Senate. And for every time the president of the Republic of Liberia was being summoned as per the constitutional mandate to go and address the national legislature, Joseph Boakai eyes must have been opened to understand all the proceedings, the procedures. He must have. That is the expectation. That is the experience. So somebody will tell you, say 35 years of legislative experience. Because these are things that we are used to, right? Right? We know it. So you gain no experience because of those years. So all those years, then you have spent about 3 years. There's a third going to national legislature. As president, you have gone there twice. This was your third. And Joseph Boakai, I forgot about whether you're fighting over cap or whatever it is. That's not the issue. That's not what really got me. It's for Joseph Boakai to see people. There is a man whom you say he's a man who a tradition. How is it possible that a group of people will stand in honor and respect to you after the national anthem is being played and you are supposed to address the nation, and the owner stood in honor to you, to welcome you to the podium, and that national anthem ceases, and you are asking your aides as to whether you should tell the people to sit down. So are you supposed to be delivering their speech to these people with all of them standing alongside you? Then who are you reporting to? Who are you addressing? Do you leave people standing and then you address them, Joseph Boakai? If people even went to your house, right? Let's agree you invited. Let's forget about all these things are just normal things. So for Joseph Boakai to have asked the question, should I tell them to sit down? Look, this is very, very disgraceful. Very, 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 very disgraceful. And you see, most times we are saying these things. I was saying, oh, everything we can be saying here, they get time and they have season. This is where it is, right? So let me just share with you this. Let's forget about the cap business. I'm not focusing on the cap. I'm I'm talking about experience now. They say the Bible get 40. In fact, he has gone 47 years experience now. This year will make it 48 years. They say you have 42, right? 42, yeah, okay. So 42 plus 2, that's 44. Okay, 44. Let's put it at 44. We got 2 years of presidency, add to the 42 you people used to be talking about, right? So let's put it there. That's what it is. So you follow this old man from here and let's see something. For me, when we say somebody is here, we say, oh, every day you're talking, every day you're talking. No, we don't just talk. The lies and deceptions and things that are looking very shameful for all of us, is good we discuss it together. So there is our president, His Excellency Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boakai, right here. First of all, here is bodyguard and 14 work camp. Don't listen to him. Work camp. Very good.
Tell them to sit down.
Yeah, you can tell them to sit down.
Look at, you say, I will tell them to sit down or.
Good evening, please have your seats.
You talk at cap and then you tell them to sit down.
Please tell them to sit down.
Yeah, you can tell them to sit down.
Look at there. Look at there. What? This is very, very
Listen. Please tell them to sit down.
Yeah, you can tell them to sit down.
Good evening, please have your seats.
Look at there.
Please tell them to sit down.
Yeah, you can tell them to sit down.
Good evening, please have your seats. Listen.
Wow.
Please tell them to sit down.
Yeah, you can tell them to sit down.
Good evening, please have your seats.
You see, good evening. The child had to be asked. Joseph Boakai knows nothing about protocol. 44 years experience in government at this level and inclusive. He doesn't know about protocol. So, if somebody were to visit Joseph Boakai at his house, before the president even starts to address him, does he not tell the president, say, sit before I talk? Or he will say, keep standing. Are these people your children? And you say, you standing down there, let me go tell you what I want to tell you? No. The woman is asking as to whether I should tell them to sit down or they must say should stay together while I'm reading. How is that one possible, woman? You're supposed to even ask such a question live on camera and the sound is in the mark. We can follow that. That's disgrace. This tells that you know nothing about what you are doing. You know nothing. Your years of experience that they can be talking about, that's also trash. So let's take, for instance, I'm being here practicing as a lawyer. The first day I walked up into the courtroom, my boss man, Arthur Johnson, wrote representation. And say, Ebi, when you go into the courtroom, then that's how you do your representation. So I go down with my representation and I say, oh yes, and the defense counsel or maybe the defendant is represented by the consulting of legal practitioners, blah, 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 blah. And present in court is Anthony Abraham Godson Will, who informs this honorable court that he has a submission to spread on the records of court after parties' representations are duly noted. That's simple thing. I don't know it. They are still standing there. Ask Arthur Johnson, here, I said there. So the way around 31 years, what I should say again. Oh no, yes, Arthur Johnson just wrote the first script and said, Amy, that is how you do representation in court. So I took that one. I pass around with it. I kept it. It's there. Then I go back to court. Then I'm standing there. So what I will say now? Could you imagine? Now what am I learning? What is the experience I'm gaining? Because the issue about practice. That's it. Everything is about practice, 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 right? Every day you are there. No wonder Jeremiah Cone said, at this age, Joseph Boakai brain will be going down, down, down. That the time he said that by this time, Joseph Boakai will be wearing Pampers. Not me said it. We said Joseph Boakai has taken Pampers to the executive mansion. Because that's what it is. Because if that man does not remember anything anymore, either two things. Either his brain is actually going down, 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 like Jeremiah Kuhn said, or he actually not that brain going down, but he just a dull person who does not remember. He does not follow anything. He knows nothing. He does not learn anything at all, and he just moves on with his life. Two things. It's either his brain is actually going down, 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 or his brain is not going down, but he's just dull. Everything down there. And I just, I just told you people that yesterday I heard other people say, I want to get outside, like Joseph Boakai. I said, some of you don't do your research. Joseph Boakai is using what they call contact lenses. Put it into your Google or whatever search engine and then ask what they call contact lenses. There's a sharp instrument, like they see where the women, I know they can take something and put it on their eye so that their eye will be green just to change colors, right? But the contact lenses are very expensive. It's there to just indicate. It's expensive now. It's not like those glasses and things. They will measure your eye and know the sight and whatever it is for views and things, for lower and faster, closer view, far-sightedness, and all of those things. Then you'll be able to see that. So Joseph Boakai is using that at the moment. He doesn't want to seem like he's wearing shades. So he's using, the man is spending money to make himself to appear like real normal person. Even his being down there. He's standing there. He's standing for 1 hour 25. Joseph Boakai only stand for 1 hour 25 minutes in 10 years. They cut the speech and all. There are a lot of reports and things that Joseph Boakai is supposed to have delivered on. It's cut. And measure to that time. This is what it is. If the old man is standing on podium and asking people, I'm going to tell them to sit down, or what they all was there, they must stand. Because if they don't sit, then they stand. Everything gathered on this old man, or whatever it is that he's using, everything is medically aided. He's using medical aids. Because they don't want to see like, oh, Joseph Boakai using shades, oh, Joseph Boakai using the one. So we want for you to be using shades before people say using shades. I don't understand. People may not know it. But these things are difficult to understand. You want to need people who will explain to you, help you to understand some of these things. Yesterday was a total disaster. Everywhere. Joseph Boakai is looking, there's a man, so let's agree. No matter what anybody writes, you know what they call the final editor? The reader is the final editor in anything. Go on Facebook, somebody put a jackrabbit there. Joseph Boakai said flower press, it dropped from 35 to 35. How can flower price drop from 35 to 35? Are those not some of the things that Joseph Boakai was saying now? You're not paying attention to it. Flower price drop from 35 to 35. That the thing you were reading down there, you never had any idea that you were reading those kind of thing now. So it's either the brain is going down, 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 because when the brain is going down, 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 anything you get a brain, the thing that you put outside, the thing the brain will take. Because at that point, the brain is not generating its own thought processes. The connective process is very low, poor. So as a result, whatever you put outside, anything you put to the brain, that it will just accept it, just start, it just adapted quick, and then it just start. So for Joseph Boakai to say this, and I didn't get another video, where he said flower press drop from 35 to 35. How will flower press drop? Now, these are the common things that you need to be looking at to know that your president is not medically fit. Flower press drop from 35 to 35. So if a flower press drop from 35 to 35 now, all know that flower press, they say it drop from 35 to 35. Yeah? Oh, yeah, in the country, you know flower press business. They say flower press. I know that he don't want to know about a flower press. He don't want calling it prices. And they're saying a flower press drop from 35 to 35. You heard all of that 1 and 2. But you see, you people in this country, you can just say, oh, evidence said, evidence said. And not about what evidence said. It's about what it is. It is about what it is. These are critical issues. We have our president who not able to create anything of his own. And he's just saying anything. He cannot remember any process anymore. Because these are processes that lived with him. Right? Yeah. These are processes that live with him. He lived with them. They live with him. Legislative processes. What you ought to do when you see people, what do you do? People stand and greet you, and you're supposed to address them. What do? You tell them to sit. Should anybody tell you that one? Even Abraham, we are here. Nobody will tell me that if I were entering a hall and a group of people were standing, and I don't tell them to sit and I start addressing them. You see the Chief Justice, everyone else, the entire justices of the Supreme Court, all of them stay standing. The international guests, they stay standing. Joseph Walker expects himself to stand in front of those people along. Then he start addressing them. Because that is what it is. His cognitive thought processes are all gone. The last so now somebody was talking here to take water to drink. So he's operating on instructions. The last time they were telling him to take water to drink. The last one, they said, drink small water now. Just tell the people thank you, then you walk away. Today again, we are seeing him repeating the same thing. After a year, she want to tell the people then to sit down, or they should just study so that I can just talk to them. Is anything changing? No. The last time, they were talking in Joseph Boga here and telling him, say, drink small water. Then just tell the people, then say, thank you, then you move from there and go by your business. That was the last time we knew it. This time, somebody there is telling him, he's asking somebody what he should do. He's asking somebody what he should do. Are these things normal? The last time, that is it, right? So let me show you the one here. Maybe you'll be able to get it. That the last time on the year so. They want to declare 1 year so that the last time on the last time on. Right? Yeah, not let to lie. All these things, every one of us, we can lie. I'm on the radio now. So you see, everything else that's happening, I don't just let you talk loosely or whatever it is. We talk with image. Yeah. So let me see here. This is what I do. Okay. So let me show you all the one here now. Because I want for all to be on part tonight. Right? Yeah, JMB. The last sonana, the other one the last time. That area I can show you now. So the last one there, when you were asking somebody, after drinking, just shake their hand. That was the last instruction that they gave him in the 20th.
Please escort the president.
Then the after instruction they gave that time. Yeah. Drink, just shake their hand, you move from there. Yeah? Then they want to what? They want what is it there? What they want to say here? After drinking that.
Please tell him to sit down.
Yeah, you can tell him to sit.
Good evening, please have your seat. Please tell him to sit down.
Yeah, you can tell him to sit.
Good evening, please have your seat. No, please tell him to sit down. Good evening, please have your seat. No, please tell him to sit down. Good evening, please have your seat. No, please tell him to sit down. Good evening, please have your seat. No, please tell him to sit down. Good evening, please have your seat. No, please tell him to sit down. Good evening, please have your seat. No, please tell him to sit down. Good evening, please have your seat. No, please tell him to sit down. Good evening, please have your seat. No, please tell him to sit down. Good evening, please have your seat. No, please tell him to sit down. Good evening, please have your seat. No, please tell him to sit down. Good evening, please have your seat. No, please tell him to sit down. Good evening, please have your seat. No, please tell him to sit down. Good evening, please have your seat. No, please tell him to sit down. Good evening, please have your seat. Good son. You tell him to sit down.
Yeah, you can tell him to sit.
Good evening, please have your seats.
Hey, you seen it for yourself? Hey, you seen it for yourself? That the life there, your pull a bureau in. You people pull a bureau into it. But it will haunt you people because all of you that pour us into this problem that we are faced with here today, whichever way you take it, how you want to dwell that you're poor in this problem. They want a disgrace. It got nothing. So to tell you, if this man can lose sight of these simple things, then you think that your country problem that breeding, that man will solve? These simple things, so these are simple things, but just simple procedures. These are just rudiments. If this man, this old man, this our father, this fatherly figure, if he cannot solve these things, these simple things, then what more you think your complex issues that why he will solve? When you get a bodyguard all year, all over the place, they're telling him what to do, how to do, what to do. This is it. This is the Joseph Boakai. This is our president. And he's doing all of these things right there. Right? Yeah. Oh, you aren't getting it in it? Look, I don't like for me to be talking to and say, oh, Ebi, you're talking because they just want to talk. There's nothing in it. You know, sometimes you want to ask yourself, what shall it benefit me if I choose to just lie on Joseph Boakai? What shall it benefit me? Anything you get on Joseph Boakai, you will talk it. The day any speech writer wrote anything to just give it to Joseph Boakai and say, tell the Liberian people they were stupid to elect me. If Joseph Boakai now read it and then say, Liberian people they were stupid to elect me, don't call me Ebi. I am telling you what is possible now. It has been proven. Last Sona, he had to be instructed what to say. This other Sona again, he's asking what people should say down. So what a lot in our one. So if I now tell you, not just that though, not just this thing. This is the crux of the issue. Forget about what did Boakai say and 70,000 job or whether you get anything anybody gives to Boakai would never check anything. He would just say it as it is. No evaluation. Because you know, in life, no matter any script, people can write speeches for people, but you are the final editor of that script. You are the final editor. The reader of a script is the final editor. Unlike the little children out there who can just do recitation, we call it one recitations, right? Yeah, just recitation. You just write anything you give it. So Boakai is now in the kids category, the children category. Where anything you write, you gave to the children that what they will read as you gave it to them. They don't have that kind of cognitive strength to evaluate whatever you gave them or to review it, to do their own corrections. They don't have that. They don't have that. They haven't reached there. Their brain have not matured yet to identify wrong things, to correct it. No, they haven't reached there yet. So anything anybody gives to Boakai, that's what he runs with. Could you imagine? I'm saying this because not only that, the other one is a procedural issue, but I don't even know it by itself because these are things that they expect him to know. The people around him, they say they want power, will not script it, will not put it on script, will not give it to him, will not writing they want to give it to him. That's something he's supposed to know already. So like I told you in the example I gave my boss man Arthur Johnson, where he just gave me representation, I think that he expects me to know. As to the other issues about argument here and there, yeah, he will be coming in my ear and say, oh, if you say this way, yeah, there, yeah, you got to take the angle from this, that one. But just representation, he will come in my ear again to tell me about representation, to do representation. No, he wrote it one time, give it to me and study it, and I know it. Anytime I go, I know what it is. I know when the other person sitting down, who's supposed to wake up. I know when the judge said the court, I'm supposed to stand. I know all I don't want it. So when we go to court, we already know it. You're not supposed to be seated. You go there. Then the judge tell all of you say representation. So the party competing or the movement will be the first to do its representation. The movement is represented by so and so friend, blah, 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 and president in court is this, blah, 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 and he says he's ready to argue the motion, blah. Then you two got to stand. Then you go ask somebody, say, Ochi, I'm going to stand too. But I tell you, you're supposed to know all the procedures ever since. Now it is your time now to do your own representation. These are such simple things that they don't script it to put it down. They did not put it down to give it to Joseph Boakai. They stand, they tell you, say, Joseph Boakai, they want power, will not put it down to give it to you. No, we're not giving it 1 year to you. We're not putting it down. They want, that's something that yourself just supposed to know by yourself. By the grace of God, you're just supposed to know it. And so whatever they wrote, that was sometimes you will say, oh, Joseph Boakai lying, oh, Joseph Boakai doing the one you lying, oh, your leader one. What are Joseph Boakai lying? Joseph Boakai not lying, oh, your DV. The people who wrote the script, Boakai does not have his own. That's a danger part you're not looking at. Boakai is not in charge. We told you from day one. What did you people tell us? We agree. Boakai is not in charge. It's very important to stress this issue. Because for you to think you give your country to sound person, and then the person not able, then there's a doom, there's a process, there's serious challenge ahead. Then you start asking yourself, who is really in charge? We didn't give our country to Gafwane. We didn't give our country to Nyomli. Then we didn't give our country to Denon. No. We took our country and gave it to Joseph Yuman Boakai. We look at him, we believe that he's qualified, he's competent. We look at him and we say, look, Joseph Boakai did this it. And we told Joseph Boakai, say, you coming to run this country, you got to determine who you will pick as your vice president. It's your choice to make. And that choice that should run in line with what we want for our country. That amen. There is a decision that needs to be made. So tomorrow, Joseph Boakai able to have a group of people that will just walk up to him and tell him, say, you, Mr. President, we want for you to tell the vice president that he must never step around you again. Joseph Boakai will go say it just like that. And say, from today on, I want to see the vice president around me again. That is what it is. This is the person that you have now. No, before you even criticize somebody, whether they want God, you must first test them to see whether they have the mental capacity to be able to oh gosh, I want to put this in law again. So that take, for instance, the mayor went and shot his woman, or maybe did something to a woman, then he turned crazy. You can't take that crazy man and can't put him on trial. The man must be mentally sound before you can put him on trial. Though at the time he was shooting his woman, he was sound. But after that, he suffered some stress, post-traumatic stress, and so forth. It made him crazy. You got to restore that man to normalcy before you can put him on trial. You can't carry a crazy man. So the state of the man is very important because you want him to speak to the knowledge of what he knows. Knowledge is very important. And the state of mind. The state of the mind is very essential. So for Boakai to deliver for you in this country, his state of mind is very essential. So if he's doing these things on stage, then you're still hoping things will change. No, you don't think that it is Boakai that will change anything for you people. These are areas that even members of the national legislature, if they are robust, they will subject this president to some test to determine whether he's fit to make decisions. Serious countries, that's what they will do. That's why in the great United States of America, they put on job with kind of medical reports for their presidents. Look, Joe Biden did several other medical reports when he was in power. They did it, it was published, people knew his cognitive strengths, his decision-making process, and so forth. People knew that. Joseph Boakai, up to now, we don't know it. But he's making these kind of elementary, kindergarten mistakes, and it's not concerning to you. Because for a president to look at, how they call it, how they call it? For a president to look at, let me show it to you, to tell you that something is just wrong somewhere. So everything inside there, anybody slip there, uno scrape there and say, Papa, tell the one here, he say, I'm going to talk it. I'm going to tell the other one here. He is not able, he doesn't have the capacity from what I'm sensing so far. Because if he can't have the capacity on himself and be asking and relying on aides to tell him how to start on a stage, just a kindergarten child come and start. So teacher, what thing I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna tell the people what they call, tell them, say, Mr. Principal. Have you been on stage before? Have you seen the kind of embarrassment? Of course, what they say, Mr. Principal, you know, where somebody is aiding the child on stage because the child must have forgotten everything that they recited the recitation of the Lord. So they're standing now on stage, say, Mr. Principal, Mr. Then you are aiding the child on stage. This is on stage aid that these aids are given to Joseph Boakai. This is not just enough, but in his speech, people putting in there that he's not supposed to say that even his own thinking, if Joseph Boakai was of sound mind, he would have. These are things I'm gonna be thinking about before you even be arguing about whether Boakai will deliver you people. Boakai, now the Boakai you get your country, now Boakai in charge of your country. Because it's a simple thing there. Yes, Boakai is reading here, right? Good, Mr. President. Sorry, Mr. President, I'm not having any issues with you. People will say what they want to say, but then they say this is very key for me. Forget about what you said, but the economy but you want to know who was speaking. It said Joseph Boakai. Because I want to blame Joseph Boakai. I want to know whether it's Joseph Boakai I'm blaming. Like I told you in the law, you want to blame a crazy man, but you want to know whether it is a sound person that you are blaming and saying that they're doing X, Y, Z. You cannot convict a crazy person. The person did it at the time it was sound. Then they got crazy. You can't bring a crazy man. That crazy man got to kind of normality, because the only people who can be convicted are people who are aware. They must be told that what they did, they must speak to what they did, and X, Y, Z, then you convict them. They must have a knowledge that indeed what you are doing, there is a punishment for it. They must be able to accept it. They must be able to know it. They must be able to live with it. They must have that understanding. That you convicting one crazy man, say we're sending you to jail for here. You see the man dancing all in a courtroom. That kind of thing. Then what is sense that inside? There's no sense. So you want to know who you're talking to. Who's in charge of your country as we speak? About time like this, there should be a major concern. On stage, these kind of performances, no, this should be of major concern for all of us. And you're sitting down there when people talking, oh, Abraham, we are there, Abraham, we are there, this, that. You're not even seeing it. Go tell them. This is it. So, yeah, say again, Joseph Boakai, our president, they got told you people, anything they put in a script, you will say, this is your president giving
35 to 35 US dollars, 100.
Flour has dropped from where, Mr. President?
Flowers are dropped from 35 to 35 US dollars.
Look at that. Flour dropped from 35 to 35 US dollars. 35 what to what? Flour dropped from 35 to 35. This is it. Flour draft. I don't say anything expensive. Forget about the other figure that you were just naming, because you know. But common thing, the flour. Even if our Abraham want to say drop, the word drop, it comes to master. The cognitive process comes in to say that anything that will now be called next in line should be lower. It can be the same. Once I use the word drop, so at that point, I don't even my cognitive processing, because there are some things that. Do you know that there are some things you can inadvertently say that your mind has already processed it, and you think that you're on a paper that while you're talking, though you're reading, but you already processed it that this is what it is. So AB is being given a script where the tell you say price of rice drive from 35 to 35. I know still cognitively, my thought process will tell me that the moment I say drop from this, the lower number, it can never be the same number. It can never ever be the same number. From 35 to 35. It can't. It can never. It will never occur to me. Even if somebody put it in a script and I saw it, my mind would tell me, my brain would tell me, my cognitive activeness, it would tell me that I can't say this. There's a guy who used to be with us, Patricia Simon, very brilliant reader. The late, peace be to our arches. That guy, you get on script to read, the guy will be reading at the same time editing the script. Because Patricia would just come from out, we get all the script, and Sanama will just get all the script. I used to really enjoy her. She will be reading at the same time editing. Patricia, she will be reading, editing, because she had come so late. So if a president will look at that in a script, simple thing, I answer the heart on it, where you say you now call the other figure, you now call the other, they're just simple statement. price of flour has dropped from 35. What next? Even if he has said to 34, said, though in our American, but Ali will know the drop. That word drop, it made an impact. So, anything you gave him, that's why he will pause. At this point, sound people of sound mind in the national legislature, the best thing you can ever do is to subject the president to medical examination. Let him be able to tell us the state of his health. Because anything that is given him, he takes it, he says it. And that's bad for our country. The people taking note, the international partners, they are taking note. There will come a time in this country. There are some of you, do you know that some of you who Joseph Boaga giving instruction then or whatever to, if we found out that Joseph Boaga was not a sound mind at the time he was reaching all of those contracts, and those contracts are valuable because those contracts were not made as a result of sound mind. There was no meeting of the mind. Because you can't get correct man and the president get not sound mind and you're saying now you go sign contract. In law, it's voidable. It's a voidable contract. In fact, no, once you not sign, the other person, what they call, you go enter contract with somebody that what they call, you go, all the kind of things, we'll take it from all the contract that you're aligned Joseph Boaga to sign and we'll see a signature on. And tomorrow we'll go check that Joseph Boaga not correct. You know what they call? God bless all get to understand it that he not correct and it's published that Joseph Boaga not correct. All the things what they call Boaga not supposed to be signing budget because he does not. The way he behaving now. The way he behaving now, signing budget, simple thing like this. If he can get what they call meaning, anything they put in here about our country, he just signs it. But the whole process even started where Joseph Boaga was appointing people over people. We thought that people were doing nothing and not doing that them. That just Joseph Boaga couldn't remember that he now appointed somebody. Joseph Boaga will tell you, say, oh, I just signed your letter just now. Give it to you, they publish it. You go and come back, Joseph Boaga will bring another, they will bring another person again and say, oh, the same position they're giving it. Joseph Boaga will not remember that he has signed a letter. He has already appointed somebody in that position. He will sign that same thing again. He will sign that same thing. Look, for me, these are important things. You see, Lord, the mental capacity of a person is very key in determining how to attach a crime to them. Now, why you see crazy people, we can carry them to court because the mental capacity is very much something you got to look at because there must be intent, right? You cannot find an intent in mentally deranged person. No, you can't. I'm not saying our president is like that. No, I'm saying the president is showing signs that he doesn't know what he's doing. He has to be told. He has to be aided in everything he does. So that period at which he is independently running, those things that are happening now is off. It's just off. I mean, whatever anybody tells him is what he's doing. Joseph Boaga steps here, he steps there. To the extent that the aides are telling him, Papa, you got to take out the cap. We want for heat to give you hard times for you to think again. Say, you give my cap away. Because that's the plan. They know everything. They did all these drills. They did all of these drills. That Papa, as you are going down there, the heat. You know, you're somebody who, when you start getting heat too much, you can faint. We don't want it to happen. So what we'll do is, you will go and then you will take out the cap. You will take out the cap and put it on the podium. When you ready to read, we'll take out the cap. So that was the plan. They forgot about that whole plan. Say, give me my cap. Let me wear it. I want for me to put it on the sun hat. Can you imagine that? Oh, you didn't follow that part? He said, give me my cap. Let me wear it. I want to put it on the sun hat. You didn't get that part? This is it. Yeah? You see that? The guys are preventing the cap so that they heat. Because the cap get heat, right? The air, right? So the sun. So they don't want that cap to gain heat, that heat will affect his head and then he will faint. Because they believe that heat suffered him the last time. That was the plan. But Papa, when we go, you will get a cap off. While it goes, so you get ready. You yourself will take out your cap and then put it down. When you put it down, we'll take it from there for you to read. That was the plan. The Papa forgot about that whole plan and say, "Oh, game and cab, man, the sun. The very sun they preventing for heat. Now to get hard time for you to feed." He said, the sun too much. You bring it. You see the sun. Am I the one that's seeing this or whatever? Am I the one that's seeing this thing?
No, the sun. You tell him to sit down.
Yeah, you can tell him to sit.
Good evening, please have your seats. The sun. You tell him to sit down.
Yeah, you can tell him.
And he's aggressive. He has lost order and control. Any iota of decency is not in this old man at all. Give my hand, man. You cannot address your aide like that. Say, please give me the tone. Tonation is bad. Could you imagine that? As though the man is trying to harm you. Could you imagine that? We got to be very careful. Look, let me tell you something. You want to discuss what you put in a speech, we'll talk about that one. We'll bring people, whether from the whatever sector, for them to come and discuss that one. But my focus tonight is about the public capacity. Are we still having our president, our presidency given to Obwaka, who is in the state of awareness, who has the mental capacity, the independence, where when everyone else causing noise, he same as the president, do they want, where he rejects himself, he extracts himself, go home quietly, sits by himself and thinks and reviews all the pieces of advice everyone gave him, and then decide to digest it and come up with one advice that will be in the interest of our country. Does he have that capacity to do so? Does he have that? Is he that president that we can blame? Me, the one at Bwaka showing now, I can't blame Bwaka. Because it is not Bwaka. Bwaka is not Bwaka to blame. Yeah. Bwaka, you want to blame, and I keep saying it. Sorry that I'm using this thing about crazy people, but it's not that Bwaka is crazy. But I say, you can't assign blame to people who are not, you can't assign it. Like children. Like baby down there, now baby does anything. You can't assign blame to baby. You can't. You can't blame baby for anything. In fact, for everything that happened, they expect that you know better. You will be able to clean everything around baby. So when baby touches anything, they say that you the merit one of the cause, that carelessness. In America and Tina, the whole parents accountable for their children fault or whatever it is, because the parental care is not there. They don't know right from wrong. It is you who's supposed to provide the guardians. That's why you call you guardian. You have to guard them. So Joseph Bwaka is at a stage now where people are guarding him. So if people are now guarding you as a guardian, then there is a problem. Because his aides are now his guardians. Drink water and tell people thank you, then you leave. Tell the people to sit down. Those are guardians. I told you something, and I'm still saying it tonight. I want your Liberian people to ask yourself a question. People may not understand these things. Sometimes you want to blame the speech writers, but the speech writers may not be aware that Joseph Bwaka does not have the capacity to be able to review it as a final editor himself. Let me tell you why the Constitution says before we get to the lines, because that is all I want for all to address. It's very important though. I think it's now time that people, because even the very lawmakers, they are seeing the elementary thing and Bwaka doing it over and over. Bwaka is trying to repeat some things. So they should now say, look, Pape, can you please do a medical report or medical examination so that we know your capacity? We want to know who we're dealing with here. We want to know who we gave our country to. What are the person is the person that we gave our country to? If it is not, then of course there's a problem. Then we can ask for incapacity and then you leave. A serious problem. I mean, when a sound people will learn to think the way I'm thinking tonight. It's not about politics. It's about state of mind and well-being. And that's how the country will be okay. Because this country that we are in here is very much important that we stress some of these issues. You may want to have your arguments outside of the war and talk about other things. I'm not concerned about that. I want to know the play the thing coming from. Is it the correct person you're coming from? Should we blame him? No. Because the speech writers, no matter what it is, they expect that Bwaka will know what it is that he's reading. Because Bwaka should ask questions. You know why our constitution decided, look, you don't have to go to school. They don't got to go all the they put there, so education, you got to get a degree. They don't put all of that one. You know what they say? No. Because what part they don't have to go to school, but they have that mental capacity to discern good from bad. That there will be outcome, there will be consequences. You think if Joseph Bwaka was of strength and strong thought process. I mean, be careful how I say it before you say I'm talking to your president about strong thought process. You think Bwaka not supposed to say these people who decided to build the 10 million hospital to do XYZ will investigate it. When we finish investigating it, we'll own it. The same way you did it with Mo Ali, and let me say Imi Muraka, right? So the Imi Muraka, he said he suspended Imi Muraka, but the government would take the car and use it for. So what you're supposed to have done is to suspend all those people who built that place unknown to him, that damaged his government for months, that ruined the reputation of his government for months, suspend them, and then say, look, the government will take charge of this project, and then if you are doing it with any intent to give it to me as a president, we'll transfer it to the money river. That is sound judgment. There's everywhere we are. Small what I mean, I'm not thinking now. You think a Bwaka was of sound and critical mind to say, look, that thing have been lingering for months. These things are happening. I will suspend all those who thought that they were doing this to surprise me. I will suspend them. Then we'll take that project because the country money already inside. We'll turn it to the Money River Union Hub. SYZ, blah, blah, blah. Hey, did it into the Mura? Yeah. He's supposed to have done that. That we have launched an investigation, and all those who decided to do that have made my government, oh gosh. Folks, let's get to the lines and interact with your callers. We are certainly getting there with God. All things are possible. I hate to say some of these things, but I just think that we all got ideas. The time is now that we start seeing who we are blaming. Is Joseph Bwaka that Joseph Bwaka that we are blaming? Is Joseph Bwaka that Joseph Bwaka that we are blaming? Joseph Bwaka repeatedly continues and repeats the same thing over and over. Last Sona, the second Sona, the first Sona he fainted. The second Sona, drink water, tell people thank you, go by your business. The third Sona, should I tell them to sit down or they should keep standing? The third Sona again in it, he is there repeating. Oh gosh, this is serious concern for all of us. For me, I don't want to be blaming somebody who's not, mentally fit or maybe doesn't have the capacity. So maybe we have reached a stage now where some of the examinations are necessary. I'm not saying I'm not sound, but I'm saying these things are signs that should tell us now, even any sound lawmaker, whatever they say, let us subject this paper to medical examination to know whether the person that was standing before is somebody that we can trust with decision making. We're going to think about leadership is about decision making. And decision making comes from the connective process. It's not about who are around you. It's about when everyone have gone home. That last voice, that last advisor that we talk about is yourself. When everyone else have given their opinion and whatever, you are the last person. Can Katumu be of help to him? Does he listen to Katumu to guard him? Because maybe he may not be correct, but Katumu may be correct, but I don't know. This is important. I'm saying this because as we are going, the old years are adding up, and the same things keep repeating. So is that not concerning? You're talking about how you say 70,000. The people in Yakole that in Yakole, he is not even checking anything, just saying it. So do we blame the speech writers? No. Maybe they expect that, oh, when the Papa see the thing, then he will come and ask us whether that's true or false. Because that's why it is. The Constitution believes that anybody can be president. And you can become president to preside over anybody. Because one, you know the difference between good and bad decision making. You know about good decision making. So as a result, if the president say they have given 70,000 jobs, you yourself as president, you look at it and say, you, 18 are your 4 years old. You say 70,000 jobs. Where you take your statistics from? That the kind of questions you will be able to ask. You want to ask those questions. Simple thing that Joseph Boga forget about. You know, some of you will say, oh, Joseph Boga, you know, respect to say, you can remember that young man I went to him, were talking about agriculture, and Boga still remain crank. He forget about all these simple things. It's not that Joseph Boga does not know about tradition, but he has forget about all these things. The young man I went to him, I don't know that Bon County he went, and then the young man is there, Joseph Boga still cranking his leg, and what he just forget about simple things that are just normal requirements of life. So he remain poor as he is. As you are talking, he's just talking, but he remains poor. He doesn't understand. Oh gosh. Anyway, let's get to the lines and interact with you. Maybe I can talk my own thing. The era other people can be looking me. I can look that how I can look at other bigger picture. The bigger picture in this whole thing is whether the men will get our country to. Is he the real worker that able to make any decision that you are waiting on to think that you will make any? When you can have simple decision that he's already made for himself, he able to make it. You got to be asking people to aid him to make those decisions. As to whether to tell people to sit down, as to whether to tell people thank you, drink water and go, they got to tell him. If he can't make those simple decisions, that hard decision you expect that they want. Oh gosh, let's leave that. Yeah, let's leave that. Let's get to the lines, interact with your callers. We are right here on this die, and we are grateful to the Almighty God. Let me get to the female line. Let us approach this with key. I'm telling you, nobody will tell the president say no. I didn't say that, and I didn't say the president is crazy. I said the thing the president doing here, it shows some signs, and we can all subject him. Yeah, our Lord because can subject him to some medical examination so that we know whether he fit. We're spending all the money, paying all the money in jail to subject to examination about it. We can pay that money too, so that we will know the health status of him. Yeah, because it's simple thing happening before your eyes. Let me get to the line and talk to this caller. Hello, how you doing? Hello, how you doing? Yeah, quick. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the discussion. The thing is that the people, I don't want to say something. The vice president, the speaker, the deputy speaker, they're the one running the government. Because if you're running them, people to send us, we're going to speak to people, the man, they have to talk to him and sit down and go away. But they need to wait. They just do that own thing. And even that lady who saw him, you forget to know the market is on. And international people that listen to you, people that get guests listen to you, they just do anything you feel like doing. Eddie, I'm not lying to you. People who they listen to the man, they don't pay. They ain't happy.
But does he not have the ability to help himself? That's the question we're asking. They agree everyone else want to dump you. Why would always want to blame people around? Does he not have the ability to help himself, even if people don't want to help him?
He can help himself, but the time he get up people so he's sooner. And some people say, oh, let's forget him for making me machine. I don't know. The first time, the second time, then you keep up there, you behaving like that, making all shit in the country. That's why I told you the full unity, the speaker, the vice president, the speaker, itself, they don't want to win anything.
Okay, so your own concern is that Bwaka is not to blame. Those people around are the ones we can blame.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. And what are you doing? Yeah, let's hear from you quickly. Yeah, let's hear from you. No time. Yeah.
Ebi la me na to sena dia le we Jeremiah kunse pape o solution. You want them makama blete in our state. You know want to get any just writing to the man. He go writing the other young baby to go to. I was listening to the radio yesterday. I see what the man was talking. He will call. He say the flower bear go to 35 and he say on 35. Now I want to get the sunny report. If you kind of 35, you will move on 50 that then you go to 35. Now what I want to say, that one we are one issue, keep getting dressing a nation, they will start going there, they say they will block all the sooner. We are not getting with them. He said, anything you put, I will answer you. What you put for, I will get also and look at you and talk to you. we had our favorite thing about the country. But Baka, the way he now learn it here, he said, for the 2 years, you are president. You sitting in, you government to government, and you cannot to government your own government, you don't know how to government. You acting like baby. Look at you see what he's saying. There's somebody will tell you, say, drink water. After you finish drinking water, you go shake your hand. And turn it, I'm going to turn it to say now, yeah, you're saying you can hire your seat. Now, president, you have to be educating you for you to do it. The cool president down there.
Okay.
Then they are baby.
Okay.
Then they are baby. Then they damage. Yesterday, one they had him at church. They had him at somewhere. Then they were tower.
Okay. Thank you, Ma Betty. We appreciate that. Quickly, let's hear from you. No time. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, let's hear from you. Yeah.
Okay, this is Emmanuel Nimne calling from the USD, Minnesota.
Yeah, go ahead.
AB Liberia is in a serious problem. Maybe if you are going over older person before, you will get to understand. One of the reasons why you see Greco Como, these guys are committing crime and thing, and nothing's coming from other aid. They are the one that controlling our own. When you grow up with an old person, when you grow up with an older person who has a belief and trust in you, anything you tell an older person, one person can go back. And that person's decision lies. That person's decision, their own decision is supposed to make, it lies in the hands around the children around that older person. And that older person will put all their trust in the children.
You're right.
So whatever the children tell that older person, that what that older person will do. That's number one problem for Joseph Parker. Number two problem for Joseph Parker is that Joseph Parker is not well. So when Joseph Parker is coming to this kind of area, this kind of problem to address the nation or any kind of important occasion, they had to drug him. He had to go on some medication. Can you imagine when you take a CIA can use to, and the kind of drugs that they use on our own is very strong. To get him normal, it's very strong. So that is a very, very serious problem. We need to pray for our country, as you said. We start now for the legislature to come up and get the own medical report. So that is the fact.
All right, thank you so much. Let me get the medicine quickly. Hello, how are you doing? Hello,
baby.
Yeah, let's hear from you. Yeah,
baby. Thank you so much for the show. I just want to ask the Unity Party people whether they are sound. Because these are people who, a few months ago, they jumped on social media, they were saying that Joe is not well. The status of Joe is not well. So, the human being they care, who they can talk about, that they've got to worry about a normal human being who can go to the gym, who can exercise, who can go play sport. They were worried about him that he's not well. That Joe is standing on podium, asking the protocol officer or one of the security what to say. Is that Joe? They say here Joe as president. When they ever saw we do that? When? This man have been around from top of government, work there, top government, work there, until early government, until this time. He doesn't know that when president walk on a podium, the whole audience can rise up, and later he can tell them to be seated. Does he not know that? And he asked people what to say, and they had to tell him. So is that a normal human being? Is Waka already a normal human being? I shared that on my Facebook page. I said, this man not normal. That man looking like a half crazy person.
Oh no,
half crazy person can be like that. That's embarrassment to Liberia. In front of ambassador from different countries representatives. They may stand on podium asking people live on camera what to say. That any kind of normal human being like that. And they were passing around sometimes, go talking about Joe, we are here. That when a crazy person can be like that, it means a crazy man. That crazy man we get
No, we can't go ahead. All right, thank you so much, Medicine. Thank you so much. No, he's not for now. And you have no mental determination of that to determine whether he's crazy or not. No, that's it. So let's leave that. Let's get on to the caller. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, AB.
Yeah, please go on. Let's listen to you.
Yeah, AB, my name is Victor P. Cabo from the New York Sergeant.
Yeah, please go ahead quickly.
Join you from Battery Factory to be precise.
Can you please go ahead quickly? Yeah.
AB, you know one thing? AB, sometimes when you get near the microphone, you are not yourself. The Holy Spirit use you to understand things that other educated people cannot understand. All of the tell show today, what you discover today, none of them ever discover such things. AB, you are difficult of a human being. You just see yourself talking. Sometimes you talk, but it's not yourself talking. You see your mouth opening, but you don't know sometimes some of those things that you provide, some of the education that you provide to Liberian people. Is the Holy Spirit continue to use you, AB, and I just want you to continue to be faithful to God. God will continue to mold you, continue to guide in everything you do, that the Liberian people will always understand what is unfolding in our country. I just want to say this before I drop the lamb. The Liberian people shouldn't be surprised that one day maybe Joseph Nyeman brother they go and sign certain documents that we will see people will be coming to pick up from our homes and drop off from our homes because he is not in a red man for now. So they need, our lawmaker needs to come together to find a solution for the action that Joseph Nyeman brother continue to carry on in our country. Maybe may God continue to bless you.
Thank you for your contribution. We appreciate that. And I put Roberts quickly. And long time. Hello. Okay. Let me get Masisi, what's up?
Oh, my son, yes, thank God for you, Mocha. If I want to go, I want to go behind the hospital. But if I want to have today, when not in this country, we can't understand. This country is in Boca hand. Not here. As my say, they say Mocan gets you, they say, let go. They say, oh, come back. They say Mocan talk. What can I say to me, Ebi? That man that cool said, his brain bombing down the tree, and I do. What a man say, he come to pass. He came to pass today. What a man said about Bwaka, that Baratan, I think he will make it. He come to pass. This old man telling a flower bell or 35, he cannot down 35. Then you tell me that he think he's a red man. No. You're not in a red man. Something going somewhere. Something happening somewhere, Ebi. Something wrong somewhere. They need to go and check the hand and go check the brain too. Something wrong somewhere. When a man say he gives me $70,000, Ebi, I use the Bible 4 times.
Oh.
My family ran yesterday. Yes. So last to the Liberian people. What a comment. The farmer telling you there's no job creation. On your watch, no job. The Liberian people are suffering, Ebi. They're telling you, they're giving a report that damaging for our country, for your government. Then you come and say you're feeding our children in public school. My children see Murphy Soli. Then they say, one food or rest. But when John was there, Ebi, they put share food with the children and they come with the parents for that food. I received 2 bags of rest from Murphy Soli with my children. Murphy Soli. When we were there, he said, no, she could get the food. God of this, so the parents come for the food and come for at home. I received 2 bags of rest on. For some money, they get to us. We have that. But they met telling us they feeding children, feeding all the public school. Then they show us what public school is and they feeding. That's why they want to tell us. What they want to say, they feeding. And you're getting farmers that lot of money for the power. Then they can't say, oh, how about they get 1 person? Then they can't say, oh. I was saying the system, and you tell it, you're not in the system. You create job for the people, and you open the in the street, and they protest it. Then you lie to the people, you see, like, no. Maybe we fall inside. We fall inside. Let's continue in both. Yesterday, anyone will get you just worry. Anyone are friend. Anyone are friend. How you tell people the people take pity? That pity the people take. You say you know all the government. You know, but yesterday that's what it was pity son. It was not for the people listen to you. You have the problem. The people say that all the man say that is a 10 and say that. When they say something, walk away. Say no, come by castle. That man losing his brain small. We get in there, Ebi, like you always say. We get in there, we'll follow inside, we'll feed it. So we can learn and say, don't tell you. They will tell you, say, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Masisi, and we appreciate that. We are certainly getting there, and with God, all things are possible. Elo, how are you doing? Let me get on to this one right here, and so that we can just move on. Elo?
This is Ishmael from the brother.
Yeah, please go.
AB, nothing wrong with Joseph Boakai. It's just that if you can lie, you always believe your own lie. Joseph Boakai didn't believe their own lie.
Okay.
So nothing wrong with them. They know what they are doing. If you're in Liberia, then you tell us where the feeding program for students in that country and the children hungry. Was that amount of money for feeding students in the budget? You look at the budget. So if it is the money they give for education, then you need to investigate it because no feeding program going on. Was that in the budget? If you're the one who looking at the budget now. The people just believe their own lies. They know exactly what they're doing. They know they're there for 6 years. And after that 6 years, they will never see power again. So they can get everything they want and lie to the people. I hope you just make the people to know these things are lies.
Okay.
You go to those schools and check it out.
Okay.
Let it try and tell you what they're feeding them.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, boss, for your contribution, man. Dorothy, that's you. Let's hear from you quickly, please. Yeah.
How you doing, Teacher Lai?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. It's Dorothy. That's you calling from Atlanta, Georgia. You know, when Walker just came to the presidency, and I saw the way the security was doing here and stuff, and I knew right away because I worked in the beverage shop for 15 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I still work there. Yeah, so when you see them, when you see they're not in charge, people telling them what to do, those people go upstairs there. Well, I've been keeping it, I've been staying here. But people can't inspect here, I say they don't have a dead bring, they don't have a dead bring and stuff. And people from his answer, they will get to him. Because every time he get up there, he made a mistake. Then look at the other time when something was doing, and then he was supposed to go up to the pulpit, and the next thing he started walking away.
Yeah, he started going away.
And yes. I saw him when he just go to the president said, I'm a 50 times. Not a 50 times. But after that time, I started observing me, I knew something was not right. That's it. That's what we get for president.
Certainly.
Nothing to go in the country.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks, Mamdi. Let me get on to the next one right here on this die. Hello, how you doing?
Hey, everybody, man. How are you?
Please
Thank
go
you
ahead.
for a good job. But look, Abby here. Let me just get to that pastor who called you that name, idiot. But Abby, you and him, who is even more idiot? They got standing in front of the church and insulting a man who he did not know, who he does not know, right? Sure. If you were to cross him back now, that your side will see. Do you understand? Although Abby, today's pastoral thing, it's not really about the calling, no. It's all about money. It's gimmick.
You're right.
Guys don't care for the souls of the people. So when they do that, as soon as our church get an opportunity, you find that same church. But this is a regime where everybody is cursing now. So for a pastor to shoot these streams, this is a cursing regime.
You're right.
Pastor living from the pulpit, and when you go check that behind that guy, the sleeping with half of the fee in our church. So yeah, he was more for an idiot. These churches that you need to call the name so we can walk to the you don't get all the name and we chat will be fine. No, this is 2026. There'll be no time for something like diplomacy. When the guy is taking the fire by the gun, but hey, let me say something here before. You know the paper asking somebody cannot tell them this. This is a chief of staff. This is commander in chief asking if I can tell somebody. Imagine if an AFL officer is standing before him after giving him contest, you not tell like I say, oh, put your hand down. You're right. Because he does not know. The paper doesn't have the moral value. You know, I don't know what kind of old man is this. If you're working at people there also. But if there's a video that's circulating right now at that Capitol building, you know, after that event, guys were fighting for food and drinks. I'm talking about liquor, alcohol. I mean, guys were going inside and outside of the Capitol building.
I saw that.
Inside or outside, fighting for food. Now, don't be surprised if any kind of major happenings occur again because of stealing, any kind of thing. because it was left vulnerable. But I just thought to share, man, my brother. Don't mind that other idiot. He's more of an idiot than who he thinks he's trying to talk to. But thank you, my brother. Take care.
All right, this is it right here on this die, and we are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. And what are you doing?
Good evening, Eddie.
Yeah?
My name is Abba Sharif, and I join you from St. Paul's Bridge.
All right, Abba.
Maybe from yesterday, when the Papa gave speech, go and catch me. I know that this country is gone forever. It will take time, prayer, to rescue the country from the Papa here. It's simple thing enough. 12 years with Madam Salif. Every year you go in the house over there. Every year you go. 12 years, then 2 years in your administration. You're making from mistake to mistake. So it means that the 4th year, the mistake will be more than even the 3rd year. The 5th year, it will be more than day by day. Maybe this is the reason why the guys are bushing the country from place to place. You say you get 1,908 job, or let's say opportunity to farmer. You can even indicate to say, oh, that they say, or they can't, you just say that. Then you told that they take man job and give it to boys. So this is the way you the man and you want to our country. Maybe we have to fast and pray for the country to move on the campaign. Thank you for a full minute time.
Oh, thanks, boss, for your contribution. We appreciate that, and we are certainly getting there. And what are you doing?
Hey, good afternoon or good evening. This is Joseph calling from New York.
Okay.
Look, maybe you are sharing all. I know you and I will talk about this one time when I was talking. One day, Boka will start calling Katumuni and saying things there. Look, these are reality. We know it. A lot of them want our OJ brother involvement today that are minister. A lot of them was here in all falsehood, taking care of some of their own folks. They know it. They know what is unfolding. But the Papa himself, because of greediness for power and your whole other attitude, is the one that got into this thing. Well, we all here, we see, look, whether there was a time and they decided the camera that he had to put in his house. The person that was taking care of his father started beating on the Papa. The man go all on him, but he didn't say nothing. Only from the camera that they have to determine what was unfolding in the house. So when the man came and saw it, he kept quiet, and when he watched the video, he called police straight away. When the king, that lady was arrested. Many people know it, and I'm like, you don't know it, and know what is unfolding. Look at the time the man went to Tanzania. All those small they had to take him from the stage. It's embarrassing. But they know it, brother. They know it. And now that they don't know it, behind the scene, they all know what is going on. But it's good that you're bringing, the Nigerian people mind, enlightening their mind so that they can know. Our mother, our father. But a lot of those people that are working with Boka today, that are working in all forces, they all know and they know what they're doing. But because of some greed, what is steals from the nation, because of what is unfolding. Now all they are in there for. My brother, that's all. God bless the nation. Thank you very much for everything that you are doing.
Thank you,
they are in the know.
I know.
Thank you, brother.
Certainly they are in the know. And let me get on to some of my guys. Elo, how you doing? Eddie B?
Bro, what's up?
Yeah, fine, Eddie.
Yeah, thank you, Eddie. Eddie, for me, people in the Oaks, the day they think happy to the president, anytime he disgraces himself, Eddie, I can be one of the most happiest person, Eddie. You know what, Eddie? It brings pride to me. It means to be a proud Liberian. Because, Eddie, for me, I always tell you, Eddie, I want person that poor. I want for nothing good to come out of the papi. So anytime he disgraces, Eddie, I can be happy. For my day what today, the papi will disgrace Liberian. Also, that's the time Liberian people will get sense in this country, Eddie. Look at how West Ham, that now the papi first time doing it. All the papi not going to restaurant there, the papi disgrace himself. Every time the papi going, some working will disgrace himself. And the party happy, they gain the paper enough injection, they happen to the paper strong. But if the potential say the paper strong, and he make a part of me say that Eddie, they will in him say, will not be happy. I would left for the paper to disgrace himself. One day, my day, well, the paper will one of the girlfriend here, that you will be sure calamity between here and you see it.
I go on.
Let me be honest.
See you, man.
People that welcome me, Ebi. If you can't tell them to say that, Ebi, if you think that people can be brave to say, people can be brave to say, Ebi. They people always disgracing all. You continue to laugh. Then you say we must start and pray God for you to be successful. That people that any people pray God for you. Ebi, thank you, man. May God bless you.
All right, thank you. We'll call somebody else near. You need that thing. OH too now inside. All of us we know that. Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, thank you, Ebi. This is Edmund Carr. I am visually impaired and now pushing for the return of President Weah 2029. You know, everything that is happening here is reality, but it's a Unity Party people are trying to cover up. And you can't cover it up. And what you are saying is very, very important to our country. And these are the signs that former President Joe Biden was showing when the Democrat had the IC to set aside. Remember, he was calling his vice president named Trump. Was Zelensky king? He was calling Zelensky Putin. So these are the signs. Okay? The president is not in charge mentally. And what the Bible says, to this score on tape by reason of strength. What is Braga operating on now? That's a reason of strength Braga is operating on.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at when you look at the 5 stages of life in biology, you talk about beginning, you talk about growth, maturity, decline, and death. What category can we put Braga now? Then you say you have a president here. That is challenge for us. And if we have a serious legislature, or the Liberian people need to request the Unity Party people then present their president health so that we will know. Because he is facing his signature on document that is holding on to various agreements, that is holding the country to various agreements that we will be responsible to pay tomorrow. So if he is not in his right mind and he is facing his signature to document that will run out tomorrow. So there's a need that we try, because when we're in the world, okay, don't look at the church. When you are in a church, pastor's ready to preach, you stand. When pastor take the podium, you say, I'll sit down. So you need to ask somebody. So you know for the people to remain standing for 1 hour, 25 minutes, or 1 hour, 30 minutes. That's what you wanted? Because he was asking for option. Should I tell him to sit down, or if he stand for the rest of the time? What? But how come he was even fighting his ear for his heart? Your ear was not doing anything wrong to you. If you wanted your heart, people are just politely request for your heart, but if you can listen to it too, he was angry.
Yeah, give him a heart, man.
He was angry. Request. Yeah, give him a heart, man. That kind of bad voice. What's going on?
Okay, I know. He's not aware of his environment. However, can be really aware of his environment. He can't know where he is at that point, so he doesn't know how to approach it. Give him a heart, man. What? Give
him a heart, man. Yeah, from 35 to 35, you are reading. So what are we talking about? What's the figure? From 35 to 35. The very yellow machine to drive the line, the very yellow machine you are displaying, the guy was displaying it from China, according to him, 19 plus 19.
Mm-hmm.
But yesterday, Braga read that the most talk about 285 yellow machine are on the ship on the way to Liberia. The Indian speech.
He said that.
Yeah, the news broom on K7 flag that issue today.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we? Where are we? Let God save.
Okay, thank you, Poker. Let me hear from you, Poker Ravos, quickly. No time. Yeah, I think I should free fly.
Thank you very much, my dear brother. I mean, my dear son, brother, and thanks to my mentor, as I always call you, AB God get sophisticated win. Let me say good evening also to the Liberian people and good evening to the excellent developmental oriented Josh Man and Stable T.
Poker, go ahead.
Yeah, come here, but how to see the very military people.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. You see, it's very laughable, it's disgraceful and embarrassing. So, calamity, the fear embarrassment upon us. You see how the people was very poor
lying yesterday on La Balico stage that he was filming, he was flattering. He is lying that you make 70,000 job. Are you telling me, AB? You know, it cost 70,000. Even yesterday, the second station.
Poka? Poka, are you there?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, we got you.
Okay, I'm thinking, yesterday, okay, FM, before even the state, FM went to the public to hear for themselves, to hear from the horses for themselves. The both said, hey, the public can make job available for the youth. The book keep talking, say, make job available for the youth. In the public ear, he hearing it. He surrounding, he Nicodemus and very powerful surrounding hearing it. They say that while in a calam, go lie and say, make 70,000 job available. Well, you know what I mean? What actually happened to men, trust me, they come after you. That Bible will borrow with his race. For you to treat the labor point in the kind of poor man and feel laughing at us and feel that you say you are shaming us, you are shaming yourself.
Okay. Thank you, Poka Ramos. Your credit is harmonized. Yeah, so there we go. Tomorrow now we'll get into other substantial issues. Well, I just thought to highlight that, which I think is very much important. But before the sooner, there was some sampling of views by other media outlets. My friend and brother Clarence Jackson was out there, and the last time my friend and brother was out there. Yeah. So, folks, tomorrow we'll try to analyze all of those views as well, so that we can tell you where we are as a country. Remember, God is God, and anyone who lives in God, God lives in you. So let's go home on this, folks. That's all the time we've got tonight. And I think for sure, people should be able to ask themselves the questions, especially Joseph Boakai and his team. You know, when he kind of display in the public by Joseph Boakai, it shows signs. And only correct people will try to maybe check to see what is really wrong with this old man just doing some medicals. What is the problem with it? You're spending all the money, you're doing everything, you're sending him to the best of hospitals, you get all the medical aids around him, and hearing aids or whatever it is, whatever medically, you'll get everything around him. What does it mean? For instance, look, the decision making of this country, we want to know whether the president is mentally fit to deal with this country's issues. We want to know. I want to know. The man is commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Liberia. We want to know how strong it is. Because if these simple things just on display, that he's just supposed to do all by himself, if he can't just do, then he has to be depending on people to do it. And like one of the callers said, he's 100% right. Most, especially when you get in old age now, your decision making is heavily dependent on the younger folks around you. You heavily rely on them for decision making. Yeah, most times. And I think we have to pray. We have to pray. And I'm saying this because this is where I think we should be focusing most than any other areas. It's very much important. Do you know that our constitution, they may get a reason, but I think the rationale behind it is that they say when our judges reach 70 years old, at that point, their decision-making, their judgmental processes are declining. So when they reach 70, they will retire as a judge. You can't be making a decision. You can be a lawyer now, right? You can be a lawyer or whatever it is. Because lawyer, your decision is subject to somebody's decision. That's a problem. So you can be a lawyer. But for you to be a judge, to make a decision. So the rationale was that when you reach 70, then you are declining in decision making. So the moment you reach 70, you resign as a judge. Right? Nobody put age limit to presidents. So we can say because Joseph Boakai reached 84, he will not run as president. It's unconstitutional. I will not call for that. Because it is also possible that people could be aged and then they stay able to think, well, whatever it is. So the leader want open with everybody. But if people have medical complications that will be able to erode their decision-making to the detriment of the country at that point, other people move them like Joe Biden. They say, Joe Biden, you can't continue. We got smarter Kamala Harris here. she will be able to continue to meet Donald Trump, not you. Because all of you falling and thinking, oh, why it is true that we think that our constitution does not restrict you, Joe Biden, but we believe that there are events, there are happenings that tell that you are not too strong to face a very much robust Donald Trump. We need a Kamala Harris. And even up to now, I think they are still pushing her. Yeah, they are still pushing her. And I think she won the primaries for them. I think so. Yeah, they are still pushing that. Right? So I'm just saying these things. It's just for herself. You know, some of these things are not about politics. It's not about politics. But the president, yeah, they're not showing signs of good strength. And whatever it is, you take them from the stage and then you put somebody there who's fit. That would be a proper representation. So the Democrats were looking for a face that could not, undermine the integrity of the Democrats by these thin and aside trash. Those are distractions. Where the man sick, and those are distractions. Because Trump will deal with Joe Biden in that, will use all those things, but those are distractions. You don't want that distraction. So you keep focused and say, all of us, we are sound man. Let's argue the issue. You don't want anybody to be talking about you can remember what you say or what you want to tell people that you want. And it's important that nobody will stress that. Those are issues. Those are issues. But anyway, you don't see it as issue. You get ready, whatever it is. You say somebody will go make a decision on your behalf when the person doesn't have the capacity to make the decision. Anyway, that's all the time we've got. Thanks so much for being there. Do have a pleasant night. Bye-bye.